Hello, good evening. Welcome to Coffee and Card. Tonight I've got my light on, obviously, because it's 7:30. So I look like I've got some kind of halo. But hey, hope you're all right. Hope you can hear me. I've checked and my microphone isn't on mute, so it should be okay. So it's a little bit different today. I had to take my car in for service, but actually it's all good. Anyway, but it's nice to see that some people could join us and aren't able to normally through the week, through the day. So that's really good. So hi to Wendy, hi to Karen. I've already got 18 people on, which is more. Hi to Karen, hi to Karen. So two Karens and Wendy. Hi Paula. Hi Anne. Hi Jane. Hi Susan. Hi Leslie. Leslie, I haven't forgotten about sending you a catalogue out. I will do that in the next couple of days. And Craig, you're live on the Coffee and Card. He's brought me a lovely cup of tea. Isn't that lovely? I did ask, but yeah, he's brought me a cup of tea. Keep the noise down. Thank you. So yeah, hi Leslie. I will call again. Thank you. No ice cream left. Oh, there's none left. Hi. It's actually Craig's birthday tomorrow, so on Thursday night's Coffee and Card, you know, to be able to wish him a happy birthday on Thursday. So Leslie, I haven't forgotten about sending you a catalogue out. I've just been really busy, and I actually ran out of the main catalogues, so I've had to get my hands on some more. So I haven't forgotten. So I will send you a message, Leslie, about that, because I know you're keen to get some crafting products from me and get started with a little bit of crafting. So just a couple of reminders. Yeah, it's his birthday tomorrow, and obviously we're on Coffee and Card on Thursday, so you can all wish him a happy birthday on Thursday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the camera over. And now you should have my desk view. And I just want to remind you that booking for Coffee and Card round 24 will close next week. I've got 5 people booked on for this so far. The jingle. We are doing Christmas cards with it. So please check out the website here. I've just put the link on the bottom, events.thepaperhaven.co.uk, and the booking, the link to book on. You get the stamp set, you get some of the papers, half a pack of the papers. We're going to do some lovely cards. You need to have a basic grey ink pad. It's useful to have a real red ink pad and the garden green. I know some of my ladies already have those already. So that will start on, let me just think, is it the 6th of September, I believe? Hi, Fiona. Hi, Yasmin. Are you new to watching? Lovely to say hi. Now, I just want to say to the people watching on Facebook, because this is streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, there is a lot more chat going on. Oh, Val, your comments just made me laugh. I'm going to highlight it. Looking forward to the jungle cards. There is a lot more chat going on over on YouTube. So if you want to see what people are saying and get to know names and get to become part of the crafty community, then I would actually head over to YouTube. It's that way. Just saying that. There's not as much chitter chatter goes on Facebook, although I know it's a little bit more accessible. And my YouTube account is just the same, the Paper Haven. So hi Gian. So please go over there and take a little look at what we're doing. So we're on to week 3 of round 23. I know there's a bit of shadowing tonight because it's dark. We've had some rain here today. So this is the card we're doing. Hiya Nikki. I was just saying, Nikki, there's a lot more chit chat going on YouTube. So if people are here for the first time, and it is absolutely marvellous, Sue's the first time, if there are people here for the first time, if you're here to watch the crafts and you don't want to follow the chat, then stay where you are on Facebook. But if you want to get to know people and leave a comment and get a response to your chat, there's a lot more going on over on YouTube. So yeah, and the YouTube account is just the Paper Haven, same here. So this is a course that I do every week. It's normally on a Tuesday morning, but after having so many viewers tonight, I'm thinking of moving it to an evening. Or I can do some mix and match. So I do a course, a 5-week course, where I send you the kits out and the stamp set to make the cards with me. It is useful to have some products already, but it's not always necessary. So I'm just going to talk you through the kit. I packed these a few weeks ago. Sorry for the shadow tonight. It's a little bit, I've got to have the big light on, so it's not ideal. Thanks, Val, but Sue's commented on Facebook, so I don't know if you can see it. But if one of my lovely regulars could pop over to Facebook and sort of pick up any Facebook comments, that would be absolutely marvellous. If any of my regulars could do that, I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, Craig bought me a cup of tea. It's like a paper crafts and piano on a Tuesday night. So this is the card we're going to make. It's quite simple. Got the idea from my lovely friend Michaela, and we're using a polished pink card base that's in your kit. Then you've got a piece of basic white. You've also got a circle, and you've got this strip of white, and then you should have 3 little gems. You can see them. They're on my finger near the ring. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And we're doing some colouring as always. I've used a different sentiment from a different stamp set, so I might do that again. I might change it up a bit. Oh, thank you, Wendy. I hoped you would. Thank you for volunteering. It's because we've got 25 on, and if you're on YouTube, I'd really love it if you could do me a thumbs up. Right. So we are using the same stamp that we used for the first 2 weeks, which is this one. If you're looking on here, it's this one. And you might be thinking, Julie, why? Why? Okay, I'm going to show you why. We're also going to use this little one here as well today. Oh, Yasmin's made it over onto YouTube. Fabulous. There's a lot more chat, Yasmin, and you get lovely welcomes over on YouTube as well. Wendy's popped over onto Facebook. Thank you, Wendy. So Paula's on. Paula can let the new people who've not taken part before but have been watching and looking on Facebook. Paula found me on TikTok, and she's been on my store and bought a few products, and she's joined this course, and she's amazing because every week she sort of like tags me on Instagram and puts pictures of what she's done, and it's marvelous. So Paula can say how she's a new person. So Paula Jones. So hey Geraldine. So I'm using basic grey, and what I'm going to do, we are going to stamp this, but we're going to sort of hide the letter part. It's going to sort of get hidden behind the circle. Now I made this card quite a few weeks ago, and I've probably forgotten how to do it, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the one I've already made as a bit of a guide, and I'm going to stamp that like that. Okay, and what I've done is, if you can look from this one, I've got those really little ones, sort of about 1 centimetre down from the top, and they're pointing up like at 12 o'clock. And then the purple ones are sort of more like 10 past. I like to work in clocks because I think we all know where that is. And then what I'm going to do, you see, is I can pop my circle over like that and think, yeah, that's fine. I can't really see that envelope very much, yeah? So we think we're good with that. Yeah, we're all right with that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up the stamp again in the basic grey, and I'm going to sort of position this here, but then move the circle away. If that makes sense. So I'm really sort of overlapping the envelopes, and I'll show you in a minute what you'll see, and you'll think, well, Julie, that absolutely looks a hot mess. Can you post on Facebook? I don't do Insta. Yeah, you can post on Facebook. It's just that Paula uses Instagram, yeah. So that looks a hot mess, but it doesn't when we pop that over the top of it, does it? We see these lovely flowers sort of poking out there, yeah? And then we're going to do the same thing for the bottom part. So we're going to have these flowers coming down here. And you think, oh my goodness, it looks even worse. Look at that. It looks terrible. Wendy, you're a superstar. But look, when we put that over there like that, it doesn't look terrible, does it? We've got the little flowers poking out there. Yep, that's what we're going to do. But what we're also going to do is we're going to take this small flower and really carefully, we're going to stamp 3 at the end, close together, because I've not given you much card here, like that. And then, right, this is a little new technique. I really, really, really want this big flower. It's this one on here, yeah? And I want it to go on there. And that's going to be quite tricky to get it on there. So I'm going to do a backwards sort of type of stamping. So I'm going to ink up just that portion, just that big flower bit. I'll end up with bits around it, but that's fine. I'm going to take my card and actually put my card onto, yeah, the stamp, and just rub gently. And then can you see, I can just cut out that flower and I've definitely got it there. I only want that flower, but I can cut round it. Yep, and I'm going to do that again. So just ink that up. And then again, I'm going to put my fingers at either side because I don't want to get over the stamps. And I'm going to rub there from the back. So it's sort of almost like reverse stamping. And then again, I've got my flower. Yep. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Now we've got a heck of a lot of colouring to do. So let's do some chit chat and let's colour with our stamping blends. These are alcohol markers. They don't get you drunk. You can just do nice blending with them. So I'm not going to spend forever with these, but I'm going to colour in the centres. I will hold this up to the camera really quickly and over the lines with the dark yellow. I don't take too long with these. Like that. And then I'm going to go over the dark. Like that. I'm going to do similar with the leaves. Okay, so we've really quite quickly coloured 3 flowers. I've used the nib end as well, not the brush. I'm just going to go over the line. That's all I'm going to colour with the dark green. Like that. Oh, bless you, Wendy, going through your paper. And then I'm going to go over the dark with the light. I mean, don't stress over these because they're only quite a small area. So if anybody, as particularly those new people, have any questions, please do ask me. Obviously, craft related, Stampin' Up. I've got 26 people on watching, which is amazing. So I'm just going to cut those off from there. We shall cut those out shortly. And then I'm going to do the same with the large ones. So just colour the lines like that. Like that. And then I just pull the light blender pen over the stamping blend. I'm not going to go right to the edge with this. I'm going to leave like a little bit of a white edge on the flowers. Okay, and if you want to, you can go back over and add a little bit more dark onto the lines, just so you get a little bit more of a contrast. And then guess what? It's time to cut out. You've all gone quiet on me. Are you watching? Are you concentrating? Are you making? I'm going to cut this out. Now I'm going to cut this out even though it's only a partial flower, because the umbrella, not the umbrella, why have I called it an umbrella? That was most random. The envelope, I called it an umbrella instead of an envelope. That was very random. Oh my word. I've been in a state of panic all day, wondering how much my car was going to cost me. But actually, it wasn't as much as I thought, so that's good news. You're all concentrating. So for those of my lovely customers who are used to watching me, you will note that normally when I'm cutting out, I leave a bit of a white edge around things I'm cutting out. But with the fact that this flower is part of an image and we're removing it from the whole image, I'm not leaving an edge because I'll end up with other parts of the image around it. You see what I mean? So I'm actually cutting it on the line. Okay. And the reason why I've done that, the reason why I've added these is for a bit more interest. But if we want to move that like that so we can see a bit more of the flowers, yeah, we end up seeing a bit of that overlap there. Yeah, you see what I mean? But that's fine, because what we can do is we can add one of the little flowers there, but we can just fill this bit down here with a flower just to make it a bit more interesting, you know. And if you've got any sort of overlaps, you can cover those up. So that's why I did that, just to make it more interesting. Oh, lovely, Karen. Oh, Wendy, that sounds bad. Well, I've never had an accident in my car, but a few weeks ago I drove into a very low wall. Well, I didn't drive into it. I just sort of scraped my car on it. I caught it, let's just say. And the bonnet needed sort of clicking back in. But what's happened is one of the wires on the fog lights came detached. So they've sorted that out. So these are here just to cover up any overlaps. And to add a bit of interest, because it's quite a big circle if your greeting's not very big. So I'm cutting these out, but I am leaving a little bit of a white space around these. They are quite small to cut out, so forgive me ladies who are doing the class. But if you've got the best crafting scissors like I have, then you shouldn't have any problems. Yeah, the wall jumped out, yeah. So I've got 30 people watching now, which I never get on a Tuesday morning, so that's brilliant. So I would love to know my new people who are watching for the first time or maybe second time, how you found me. Was it from Facebook? Was it from one of those little Facebook crafty reels that I share? Because they have brought a few new people in. Obviously, they're very quick. They're a few seconds. You don't get to hear me. You don't get to really learn about me, I suppose, or find anything out about the little crafty community that I've got going on. We have a lovely little crafty community online. If you're in the West Yorkshire area, I do some classes in the Leeds area, Leeds Bradford area. Okay, so they're going to go like that. But what we'll do in the meantime is we'll start to colour our flowers. Now, we don't want to spend too long colouring these that we're not going to see. So I'm not going to go to... I've shown you how to colour these for those who've been watching for the last 2 weeks. So I start at the bottom and I colour with the darker. I don't even think you're going to see this one. Colouring here. Oh, Wendy, you superstar on board. You'll really be getting my stats going. Oh, do you like those, Geraldine? Geraldine, can I ask you, please, did you get your parcel, your In Colour Club yet, please? I posted it on Saturday. I'd just love to know. You know, send these little craft parcels out. So you can take part in one of my online classes anywhere in the UK. Can Craig play the panpipes? You found me on Facebook when I was involved with the pumpkin sunshine box. All right, Christine, that's useful to know. We could have Tuesday paper craft and panpipes. You can't, really. The only other instrument he plays, as you know, is the organ. In fact, he's been practicing because he's got a wedding that he's playing at in a couple of weeks. And he actually did a bit of organ playing tonight. He did some from Sunset Boulevard that absolutely sounded sensational. Oh, no, that's fine. When did it arrive, please, Geraldine? Did it come on Monday? Because I sent it on Saturday, but I sent it second class, so I didn't think it'd come till today. But sometimes when you send them on a Saturday, they end up getting there Monday. So what I keep doing when I do this is I'll move these back over to check how much sort of colouring I need to do. There's no point colouring bits that you're not going to see and wasting our lovely pens, is there? In fact, I'm going to do all the green. I know I always say to you, I do the green last, but I love doing the green. Came on Monday. All right, brilliant. And can I ask you another question, please, Geraldine? Was it all okay with the paper tape? Because they are the first parcels I've sent out with my lovely new paper tape. And have got an affiliate link If anybody wants to save 10% on the paper tape. They don't just sell paper tape, they sell lots of plastic-free packaging things, nice gift bags, all sorts of stuff. So if anybody wants 10% off, I've got a link. I shall do my little... Oh, there's a purple one down there I've missed. I shall do these, even though you won't really see them all. So for anybody who's just been on my VIP group, I do have a VIP group on Facebook. If you join my newsletter, if you go on my website, so my website is thepaperhaven.co.uk, and join my newsletter, there is always at the bottom, I have a link to join in my Facebook VIP group for my customers. And I've just let my customers, local ones to Farsley and Pudsey, I've got some Sundays booked in for some in-person classes the first Sunday in the month, and I've got October, November and December booked in for those. So it's the first Sunday in the month, so I'll be sending info out about that. All right, but was it all intact? Oh, you've just said it was perfect. Oh, Anne's husband's watching on the big TV. Thank you, hubby. Did you tell your husband about that lovely song that Craig played and that made you a bit tearful? It's a bit shadowy tonight with the light on. I'll try and keep out. Oh, welcome, Sarah. Sarah placed an order with me the other week. Sarah, these markers are different to the ones you've got. The ones you've got you can use on stamps. These ones are for blending. Can't really use these on stamps because they might destroy our stamps with the alcohol that's in them. But yes, Sarah got herself the Brights pens, and I sent her a catalogue. You know, that fateful thing when you get your first Stampin' Up catalogue. I've still got my first ever one. So what I've done, I know that looks a bit meh, that looks a bit naff, doesn't it? But obviously the colouring that I have done, I would like to think looks quite nice. Oh, that's quite a good for you to see. So what we're going to do, this is going to go over here like that. And actually, we've done a fairly good job. Yeah. So I think we'll have that like that. Yeah. And we can pop that in there. Yep. And we can arrange the other flowers where we want them. But first things first, we need to stamp a greeting. Now, these greetings are nice. Hello there, always grateful for you, sending love your way. But the really sort of one line, and I wanted something that was more of a greeting that's in a block. Oh, I'm just going to have a drink of my lovely cup of tea that Craig made me. Thank you, Paula. I really, really enjoyed colouring that. So I'm gonna make the one exactly the same. Oh, actually, I might do "You are absolutely amazing" because I love that greeting, and then it doesn't have to be a thank you, does it? You know, we can use it for anything. You're absolutely amazing. I'm just having a practice. These paper bags that I send you out, they're absolutely amazing for practicing on. So this is the colour and contour stamp set. It's from the big catalogue, and I'm going to stamp it in the middle. Great thing about stamping on a circle is you don't have to get it straight because you can just rotate the circle. Yeah. So what we can do now is we can actually add a few foam pads to the back of that. Oops. Thank you, Anne. I'm glad you think it looks lovely. Oh, thank you, Anne. It's really pretty. Thank you. Well, I've got 31 on now. I think I should do this on a night again. Okay. So that's going to go there like that. All right. And don't put that down on foam pads before you've done your stamping. Always do your stamping first, because you can't. It's not a solid surface to do your stamping on. And then I'm going to take. Now I want to sort of pop this in here like that, yeah. But if I do that, I get glue. So I'm going to pop a bit of glue down on the actual card. She says, but I think I've ended up with a glue bogey at the end of my glue. Sorry, that's a little bit of oversharing, but it maybe makes you probably can imagine what that is. Yeah, they do, Sarah. It's just that square foam pads do. It's just that at Stampin' Up we do everything fancy, and we don't. We're a bit like M&S, you know. We're not just any. We don't just sell any foam pads. We sell hexagonal foam pads, you know. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to pop that up there, and I'll pop one there. Yeah, I'll pop one there. I actually might do it the opposite way. I might do 2 up here and this one. I think I'll do that, and then I think I'll add this one in there. And with these, I will just pop a bit of glue on the circle and take the flower to the circle, rather than putting the glue on the back of there and then getting it on your fingers potentially. Just pop the glue on the circle and take the flower to it. And then we have those there like that. Look at that. That is absolutely lovely. Glue bogey. Do you call it that? Well, you're in good company. There are foam pads and there are dimensionals. I love it. I am well, thank you. Well, a lot of people have said that to me, Louise, and I didn't get it at first. I will hold my hands up, but I have thoroughly enjoyed making all of the cards. In fact, I made all 5 cards for this course in one sitting of about 2.5 hours, because I just couldn't stop making. I wish I could do that every time I do a round of cards. I've just glued that onto there, and then we've got a bit of a gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a couple of gems. So I always do things in 3s. So I'm going to do a large one there and a small one. Oops, it's escaped. Hang on. Hang on a minute. Hang on a cotton picking minute. They're not wanting to perform. They've gone on strike. And then that one stuck to my table now. There we go. And then I put one up there like, oh. And there we have this week's card. I will take proper photos, and thank you so much for your lovely comments. They are amazing to colour, because for anybody who's a bit nervous of colouring, they're not too daunting sort of size-wise. This one's a little bit lower. I could have probably afforded to go a bit higher on that one, but that's fine. So that's this week's card. Next week's, I should be back at the normal time. But hey, I might decide to do it at this time again, so I'll have a think. And I've got next week's card. This is my favourite card from the whole course, which is this one. So we're keeping with the round theme, and we're making this one next week. And if anyone's interested in anything you've seen, just drop me a message on Facebook to my business page, and I will get back to you. Leslie, I promise I will get those catalogues out to you, and drop you an email about things. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, please do let me know. We've just been a little bit longer than half an hour, but that's okay. And that's next week's card. And just a reminder, bookings close for the Christmas session in a week, so they close next week. So I am just going to turn the camera around. So we should have switched the microphone over. I've still got my lovely cup of tea. So I will see you Thursday night for paper crafts and piano. Thank you for, please let me know what feedback you think about if it's better that I do this on an evening. Yeah, please let me know. I'd love to know. So yeah, that would be grand. And I'll see you not next Tuesday, on Thursday. Gosh, yeah. Anyway, I'm jabbering. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye.